Welcome to the Game of Goats tutorial on how to play goat poker. I'll be using the prototype cards because the others haven't arrived yet. So, when it comes to goat poker, you deal 5 cards. I've already done that, and I'm set it up for 2 players. So we'll use this as our hand, and we'll have a look at our cards. I like to arrange them in order by position just so it's easier to look at. So, if you look at our hand, we've got the number 4 ranked power forward of the aughts and tens, the number 5 ranked small forward of the aughts and tens, the number 5 ranked shooting guard of the 80s and 90s, and the number 1 and 2 ranked point guards of the 80s and 90s. Now, there's 3 hands we can work towards. As you can see if you consult your goat poker game card, there is a flush. That's all cards of the same color. There's 4 of a rank, for example, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. That is, 4 of the players are in the same rank and have the same number on their card. There's a straight -1. That is, you've got every position covered except 1, and you've got 2 duplicates instead. There's 5 of a rank when all your players are of the same rank. There's a straight. That is, you've covered every position. There's a straight plus a 4 of a rank, a straight plus a 5 of a rank. And every hand is better if it's a flush. That is, if they're all from the same era. So, we've got a 4 of a straight -1 already. Nevertheless, we would like to get the actual straight. That is, we would like to have a full team with all positions covered. So, between the number 1 point guard and the number 2 point guard of the 80s and 90s, we'll keep the number 1 and get rid of the number 2. Now, in the first trade, that is the first draw, you can draw up to 3. Oh, and perfect. We've got the center. So now we want to look at our opponent's hand. Our opponent has three players from the aughts and tens, 2 players from the 80s and 90s. They've got 2 shooting guards and 2 point guards, but they have 4 of a rank. So that's good, but not as good as a straight. So now it's their time to change. So what they would like to get is a full team with 4 of a rank. It's unlikely that they're going to get that 5 again, but they can try. So let's start by throwing that away and see what happens, because they don't know my hand, theoretically. And they get another center. Now, they could have thrown away up to 3, but they only throw away 1. Now they can only throw away up to 2. So I guess the way to go is to get rid of this center and one of these 2 point guards. We might as well go for the flush. That is, all cards of the same era, the same color. And they draw a power forward. So far, so good. Now, what they need now is a blue small forward. And they get the number 1 shooting guard of the 80s, 90s instead. So in this case, the team with the straight, the one on the right, has beaten the team on the left because they only have a straight -1. That is, they have 2 shooting guards and no small forward.